This is a video on probably how not to change a cam belt. This one here is, it's about 4 years old, only done about 12,000 miles, but I'm gonna change it. So, get the bonnet off. So I'll disconnect the washer bottle. Do that there. And these clips just nicely pull out the side. Then you've got to undo these. Now these are different to what the book says. I've just got an Allen screw there. So we get those off. Okay, that makes life a bit easier. So notice that this belt here is starting to crack, so that's a good job I've seen that and changed that. I've got a new belt for the water pump. I'm going to take the plugs out just to make it easier to turn the engine. My plug leads are already numbered, so that's good. And when I take the plugs out, I like to leave them just sitting in the hole. One, because I've indexed them and I'll know where they go, and also if you do happen to drop a washer or something, it will help it stopping down the bore if you have an accident. Okay, let's line up some marks. I'll put a mark on the timing mark there, put that in white on 0 and 10 degrees, and I've marked these two marks there. So just whiz the engine round, see if we can get that to align. So that's about right. And come down to the timing marks, and that's all lined up nicely as well. So I think the next one I've got to worry about is this one here, because it doesn't, I don't know, no timing marks at all on there. So I'm going to put a mark, I'm going to mark the wheel and the belt, and then up here mark the wheel and the belt again, and see if that does it for me. Okay, I put some marks on the pulleys and on the belt. And I happen to have 24 teeth with no paint on there, just to give me another reference. I put 2 marks on that. And also a tip I was told. I put some marks on this pulley and also on the casting beneath it, and you have to put 2 marks on, and the idea is that when they all line up correctly, you're right. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. There we are, put 2 marks on the pulley and 2 marks on the casting beneath. Because when you move your eye like that, they look like they line up, but they don't, if you know what I mean. Okay, what's next? Number 5. Get some coolant out. Okay. So I'm going to rather than crawl underneath, I'm going to try and undo this top hose here a little, see if I can get any out of there. And I've got an ice cream tub there to try and catch it, see how we get on. Okay, take a bit of video of my reference, for my reference. This is just to show me where all the belts go. I've got no air conditioning on this one, so less for me to worry about there. That's the belts off, marked alternator and power steering. Power steering one's gone a little bit thin, so I'll replace that one. And the alternator one, as I showed you earlier, starting to crack, so I'll replace that. Now the alternator, the power steering adjuster is down there, and it's that Allen head there. Now I can only see one on mine. I think there should be two, but I've only got one. And that looks, I haven't done it, it's really tight. But I've done it up again, and I just got the belt off just by slipping it off the water pump and just winding it off on the crank. So now I'll have to wind the crank back to top dead centre. There, and although that okay, got all the timing marks back. I naively thought that I could just wind the engine round a couple of times and come back to the marks, but the belt never seems to line up again, so I've remarked all the marks on the belt, reference points. We're at top dead centre and the V-belts are off. Okay, I've got that undone. By putting it into fourth gear, a handbrake on, and it was damn tight. And of course when I moved it, this crank moved, so I've had to edge it all back into position, make sure all my marks are okay, bolts out, and my first bit of good luck is, if it is good luck, this is loose and I don't need a puller. Apparently you can put a lock on these to keep these together, but now before I take off the belt, I'm going to put another mark on the end of the the crank pulley there and the belt just as an extra reference. This is a shot of the tensioner. I've taken off the lock nut, so now you can just see where the centre hole is in relation to the circle, as it were, eccentric. It's a bit of a state, isn't it? Luckily I've got a new one to put on.